हेलो एंड वेलकम टू स्पिरिचुअली सोशल चैनल। मैं रिचा सिंह आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ। टुडे वील ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड हाउ वी कैन सेट healthy boundaries with people who are pushy and want to get a hold of your lives and decisions. Boundaries are limitations that we have to set for ourselves in relationships to protect us from getting humiliated, embarrassed, disturbed, and controlled by people who might take advantage of our relationship with them. It is an invisible protective shield that should be used by everybody so that no one gets to take any kind of advantage from you. We need to understand that boundaries are not made to push people out of our lives, but are made to protect us from manipulation and domination of any sort. जब आप हेल्दी बाउंड्रीज सेट करने लगते हैं, तभी से लोग आपको एक नए नज़रिए से देखना शुरू कर देते हैं। वो देख पाते हैं कि आप में सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट और सेल्फ लव की भावना कितनी स्ट्रॉन्ग है। आप जिस चीज़ से अनकंफर्टेबल फील करते हैं, उस चीज़ या काम को करने के लिए आसानी से ना कह पाते हैं। एनीथिंग दैट मेक्स यू uncomfortable, you don't hesitate to say no, and that's why you gain more respect from the people around you for exhibiting strong personality traits. कई लोग आसानी से ना नहीं बोल पाते, या तो वो सामने वाले के रिएक्शन से डरते हैं कि वो नाराज़ हो जाएगा और बात करनी बंद कर देगा, या उन्हें पीपल प्लीजिंग करना पसंद होता है और वो सबकी गुड बुक्स में रहना चाहते हैं। इसलिए वो हेल्दी बाउंड्रीज सेट नहीं कर पाते और लोग उनका फ़ायदा उठाते रहते हैं। कई बार हमारी कंडीशनिंग की वजह से भी हमें ना कहने में परेशानी हो सकती है, क्योंकि हमें बचपन से ही बताया जाता है कि हमें हमेशा दूसरों की नीड्स और फीलिंग्स को अकोमोडेट करना चाहिए, और इसलिए कई बार हम अपनी खुशी को स्टेक पर रखकर दूसरों की खुशी के लिए कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करते चले जाते हैं। Saying no to something that's making you uncomfortable is the first step to setting healthy boundaries. हमें हमारी नीड्स, फीलिंग्स और इमोशंस को एड्रेस करना भी हमारे ओवरऑल वेलबींग के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, पर हमें ये कोई नहीं बताता। हम सबकी खुशी के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं हैं। हम सबकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस और नीड्स ही पूरी करते नहीं जा सकते। ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उनकी खुद की है, हमारी नहीं। इफ़ वी गो ऑन लिविंग आवर लाइव्स अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर वे, देन व्हेन आर वी गोइंग टू लिव लाइफ आवर वे? पीपल शुड लर्न टू एक्सपेक्ट लेस एंड डू मोर फॉर देमसेल्व्स। You cannot allow people to treat you badly or humiliate you just because you don't feel like doing something for them or can't be available whenever they want you, as you can have your own engagements. You might come across people who don't like you setting boundaries for them, as they feel they are more important and special than you, and you trying to set boundaries with them can be taken as an act of rebellion. Maybe they are elder than you, and you setting boundaries with them can be taken as an act of disrespect. Or you trying to set boundaries with a person who is well respected in society will be taken as an offense, where everyone else is obligated to serve them and keep them happy. You are refusing to attend to their wishes and needs. Sometimes it becomes necessary to get into the habit of saying no in order to protect your values, peace, and energy. Don't do things that you are not okay with. So, now we'll try and understand how we can set healthy boundaries at our workplace. Before joining a firm or company, you should have the clarity about your skills and how far you can push yourself to achieve something, how many hours you are willing to put every day for your goals. Next step is to know and understand the expectations of the firm from you. You should be sure enough that will you be able to work in alignment with your expectations and the expectations of the firm you would want to join. You should have the clarity about the decisions you would want to take on your own and the decisions you would want to take jointly with your supervisors or bosses. Are you willing to do the overtime? What are your shortcomings and what are you uncomfortable doing? It becomes necessary to set boundaries and convey with clarity during the interview itself what you are willing to do and what you would not want to do. If you agree to everything that your boss wants you to do, then you might suffer later as you failed to set your boundaries. You need to set boundaries about your no work schedule. It's important to make your boss, your subordinates, co-workers, clients understand that you cannot be available to them 24/7 after giving 8 to 10 hours at work. You will have to set firm boundaries with the people who text, call, email you after work. You will have to make them understand that you will not entertain them once the work hours are over, as you also need some time with yourself and your family. It is mostly seen nowadays that even when the person comes home, people from workplace keep calling and discussing work with them. This leaves the person exhausted as he doesn't get the time to relax. People find it easy to get a hold of you through your mobile phones, which can sometimes become too exhausting. People misuse this technology and call at odd hours, trying to blur boundaries and not bothering whether or not the person is even in the mood to talk. This unhealthy way to work is causing a lot of health issues in people. More and more people nowadays are suffering from heart ailments as they are kept in stress most of the time and are not allowed to relax and enjoy their hobbies. Every time a phone rings, they are expected to answer it. You need to set healthy boundaries before you're pushed too far. Say no to unhealthy work ethics. Your supervisors and bosses should be made aware of your workload and should be told politely how much work you can handle and where to draw a line before you reach your breaking point. It's absolutely not worth it if you are forced to cut out your me time, sleep time, family time. Obviously, you cannot refuse work directly. You will need a more passive approach to handle the pressure by making your bosses and managers understand the amount of workload you already have if they try to put more on you and you are on the verge of getting burnt out. You will have to make them understand that they will have to either reschedule the deadline of the previously assigned task if you are given a new task or a new project. This will give them the clarity about the workload and how much you can handle at one time. It is very important to discuss in length how much work you can handle if the firm is expecting quality work from you. Many good employees are seen quitting their jobs because of their toxic bosses or unhealthy work environment, which cause them to deal with serious health issues. I'm sure we all have experienced working with people who themselves have no boundaries and neither are taught to respect the boundaries of others. इस तरह के लोग co-workers, subordinates, managers या bosses के फॉर्म में आपके ऑफिस में आपके आसपास हो सकते हैं. इन लोगों के लिए इनका काम, इनकी नीड्स पहले आती हैं. They don't bother what you are doing, but if they approach you, you have to give them attention first, or else they will not let you work peacefully. इस तरह के लोगों के साथ शुरुआत में ही हेल्दी बाउंड्री सेट कर लेना ज़रूरी हो जाता है, क्योंकि अगर आप इन्हें किसी भी तरह की लिबर्टी देंगे तो ये आपका चैन से काम करना मुश्किल कर देंगे. इसलिए बाउंड्री सेट करना ज़रूरी हो जाता है, जो ना सिर्फ आपको आपके काम में मदद करेगा बट ऑल्सो लेस पीपल विल कम एंड इंटरप्ट योर वर्क और आप एक पावरफुल स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सन के रूप में भी देखे जाएंगे. आपके बॉस और सबऑर्डिनेट्स आपके डेडिकेशन, फोकस और नो नॉनसेंस बिहेवियर के लिए आपको रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे और हो सकता है कि आपको आपके बॉसेस के द्वारा लीडरशिप रोल्स के लिए भी प्रेफर करा जाए, एज Everyone wants a powerful leader who has strong and fair work ethics. क्योंकि आप बाउंड्री सेट करने में सक्षम हैं, आप अपनी नीड्स सबको इफ़ेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट कर पाते हैं। आप अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स को क्लियरली बता पाते हैं कि आपकी उनसे क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, कौन सा बिहेवियर आप बिल्कुल टॉलरेट नहीं करेंगे। लोग देख पाते हैं कि आप किस तरह से अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स को अच्छे से प्रायोरिटाइज कर पाते हैं, और यही सारी क्वालिटीज़ आपको लीडरशिप या रिस्पॉन्सिबल रोल्स के लिए सूटेबल कैंडिडेट बनाती हैं। यू आर अ गुड टीम प्लेयर, but you also have the abilities, the confidence, the skills, the qualities to put people in their place by setting healthy boundaries. You can joke and laugh around with your co-workers and subordinates, but you can also be strict and serious and will not tolerate any negligence when it comes to work or meeting the deadlines. The message should be spread loud and clear that they should not take your fun-loving nature as an excuse to violate your boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, people take advantage of you and will go on taking till you are forced to set boundaries and make it clear to them that you will not tolerate their unethical behavior for long. It's always better to set them as early as possible to save you from the unnecessary trouble and exhaustion. It's always good to set boundaries when you are starting a new job, when people have just started to know you. It is always better to let people know about your boundaries in the initial stages of your friendship, so that it becomes easier for them to decide whether or not they are ready to respect your boundaries or they want to step back. आपके को-वर्कर्स और सबऑर्डिनेट्स को कई बार ये एहसास करवाना ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि आपकी प्रायोरिटीज़ और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ उनसे अलग हो सकती हैं। ऑफिस के अलावा भी आपकी कई जिम्मेदारियां हो सकती हैं। मे बी यू हैव चिल्ड्रन और पेरेंट्स हु आर ओल्ड एंड नीड योर केयर एंड अटेंशन व्हेन यू गो बैक होम। आपकी लाइफ उनसे अलग हो सकती है। हो सकता है उन्हें घर पहुंचने के बाद ज़्यादा काम न रहता हो, पर आपके साथ सिचुएशन अलग हो सकती है। जिस वक्त आप अपने बच्चों या फैमिली को वक्त दे रहे हैं, तब उनका आपको बार बार टेक्स्ट या कॉल करके परेशान करना ठीक नहीं है। इसलिए आपको पहले ही इस चीज़ को क्लियर कर देना चाहिए, जैसे कि आप अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स के साथ एक प्रोजेक्ट पर काम कर रहे हैं और आप नहीं चाहते कि घर जाने के बाद कोई भी इस प्रोजेक्ट को लेकर आपको परेशान करे, तो आपको इन लोगों को अच्छे से पहले ही क्लियर कर देना चाहिए कि आप घर पर ऑफिस से रिलेटेड कोई बात करना पसंद नहीं करते, और इसलिए उन्हें जो कुछ भी इस प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में पूछना है या डिस्कस करना है वो ऑफिस आवर्स में ही होगा। कई बार फर्म बाउंड्री सेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है। By doing this, you'll save your energy and protect yourself from unnecessary stress of attending calls related to your work. You can now peacefully have your dinner and can give time to your family. यही सेम चीज़ आप वेकेशन पर जाते वक्त भी कर सकते हैं। सबको पहले ही इन्फॉर्म करें about the days you won't be available for office work. आप उन्हें dates clearly mention करें and make it clear to people working with you on the same project to allow you to finish your part beforehand, and then you can make them clear not to disturb you while you are away on vacation with your family. No calls, no text messages unless it is extremely necessary, so that you can enjoy and rejuvenate yourself. It's important for you to set boundaries, stick to those, and make people respect your boundaries. Otherwise, you will suffer and allow people to walk all over you. Sometimes it becomes difficult setting boundaries with workaholics. If you try to stick to your boundaries, they might get triggered and might call you a bad team player. You might also suffer backlash. It's sometimes important to make the people you work with understand that you are a hard worker, but you want to do things in a more balanced way. You must communicate it clearly what you can handle effectively and what becomes too much for you. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.